morning, good morning, good morning. If you have not already, put your application in for your share of $1 million in business building grants that we're going to be giving away in partnership with our Free Women Project nonprofit. You are behind. And I was just talking to the ladies about, first of all, I've been getting so many thank you notes from women all over the country saying, you know what? I know it's time. I've been needing to build my online business. I should have built my online business by now. I've done everything that I coulda, woulda, shoulda, and I know I need this help to move to the next level. So if you're here with us this morning, we're about to do 6 interviews for individuals who are in line for those grants. If you haven't gotten in line yet, go ahead and go to bit.ly slash free women 2020 and get your name in the hat. Interviews are going on now. Somebody just asked me this morning, when is this going to be over with? I said, it's going to be over with once we run out of money. I doubt we make it to the finish line. So don't procrastinate. Apply for your grant now, bit.ly slash free women 2020. So today I'm here with Rose Fauntleroy, Vicki Kirk May, Kayshawn Brooks, Shakita Lindsay, and Dr. Armstead, all of whom are going to be answering questions this morning about why they should be selected to receive the grant. If you haven't already shared the broadcast, if you haven't already started a watch party, if you haven't already reached out, good morning, Tiandra. If you haven't already reached out to at least 5 or 6 women and said, look, here's an opportunity for you to change your life, you need to get on board. You need to make sure you do right away. So first and foremost, guys, congratulations on being selected for the interview phase of this grant. I'm going to be going around and I'll ask the question and then give each one of you guys an opportunity to answer that question. One of the missions of this particular program is to make it's my way of giving back. And so if selected to receive this grant, how would you be able to invest in other areas of your business? And that's what it's about, guys. Understand that building a business is not free or cheap. The strategy you need is not free or cheap. But what we're trying to do is help you free up some revenue so that you have an opportunity to invest in other things. So this doesn't exonerate you from investing in your business. This is designed to help subsidize your business investment. So if selected, what are some of the things you're going to do with the additional funds that you would have spent on strategy to be able to grow your business?
For me, it will free up funds to invest in more technology. Because in this day and age, and especially building an online business, it's about being visible, but it's also about having the systems, having the technology, being able to grow sales, and getting on the phone with people is wonderful because I love touching the people personally, but you also have to have the technology behind that to make that work. And it will also allow me to be able to invest in a team to help to grow that and to scale my business. And it will also help me to be able to free up funds so that I can be more philanthropic, so I can help out more organizations and more people who need assistance.
Very good, Rose. Vicki, same question. How would these financial funds to be able to receive that same level of strategy free you up to be able to do more things in your business financially?
Yeah, I know for me, I say it has been a thorn in my side because I just can't do it. And I see myself being able to do it if I receive this grant, and that is marketing, Facebook ads. You know, I'll be able to invest in things like that in a way that would be effective, because, you know, what I've been doing now on the limited resources, it's just not working. And so I spend a lot of time, like even with the technology, spending so much time on things that I'm really not good at because of finances. And so this right here would just relieve me of all of that other stuff, so I can spend my time, you know, just really maximizing my mojo, what I'm good at, and what I say, those activities that, you know, will make me some money, instead of trying to figure out all this other stuff that I'm just not good at. And so I'm excited about just that alone, the marketing side of it for me.
And I think that's the perfect answer, Vicki, because one of my coaching methodologies is I don't subscribe to you over there tinkering with the stuff you're not good at. I want you to spend your time with your clients, spend your time thinking about your brand, making your brand better. But I don't think you should spend your time doing the technology, number one. And number two, this is a pay to play society. If you want to grow your brand faster, you got to invest. And so I know a lot of people talk about growing your brand organically, but unfortunately, the window of opportunity for that has passed. Right. It's going to take you 9 years to get where I am right now. And a lot of times we don't have 9 years. So if we want to quantum leap to the next level, we have to be able to invest. And hopefully these grants will help you guys do that. If you have not, if you're watching this morning and you've not already applied for the first round in order to move on to the interview phase, go to bit.ly/freewomen2020 and get your name in the hat for over $1 million worth of certification. We got programs to help revamp your business after COVID, and even businesses programs if you want to build your business online. Go register for our information sessions so you can get some more information about what exactly this process looks like. So with that being said, I'm going to move on to the next question for Chiquita. If selected for this opportunity, how would you use this grant opportunity to pay it forward? What would you do for other women as a result of receiving this grant opportunity?
Well, Coach, thank you. With this grant opportunity, I'll be able to open up my services to more women around the country, being able to help them build their own retirement with real estate, so that they can get a certification and help more women. So it's like a trickle down effect. So this grant would also help me be relevant to what's going on in the times today, take everything virtual. You know, it's going to help me you can only go as far as your mentor. So if I'm at the top now, then that's as far as I can take my clients. But with coaching, and this is going to help me stay in the coaching program. And of course, Coach, you are a visionary. So you're always going to be before the trends, above the trends. So I have to stay relevant so that my clients, I can learn more, and in turn I can educate more clients and save more women from retiring in poverty. Yeah. And so I'm grateful to be able to have this opportunity, and with what all the other women said, yeah, I'm going to use it for marketing, Facebook ads, videos, so my reach is longer. I want to stay with whatever's going on in the world today. I want to be there, because what I don't learn, I can't teach the other women. So that handicaps them.
Right.
Absolutely.
Break the chains.
Absolutely. Great answer, Chiquita. Same question, Dr. Cynthia. If chosen for this grant, if selected, how are you going to use this opportunity to pay it forward to other women?
Coach, the way that I would use this opportunity if selected for this grant is, I think you guys have already stated, for me, it starts with that foundation. I remember starting my first business from home in 1998, and of another business in 2005, and they both went defunct because I did not have the proper foundation. So this will help me to build out, as you guys have already said, the technology and the marketing. And once I have that firm foundation in place, then I can help other women and pay it forward by showing them, first of all, getting to my target market and not shooting all over the place. And once I'm in front of my target market, getting to those women and letting them know that after over 30 years in my industry of brokenness, I can help you to rebuild and bounce back, because actually I have been you many times over. So it starts that I need to be the product of my own product, and then pay that forward and people the way to move forward and be successful, and not have to go back and go over some of the same places where we may have all been before. Let me show you a better way. But it starts with me being properly based with the proper foundation. So then I can pay it forward, because that my house is built on strong ground, in good seed, and on a proper foundation.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for that answer. Guys, if you haven't already put your application in to receive your portion of over $1 million in online business building grants that we're giving away, make sure you go to bit.ly/freewomen2020 to get your name in the hat for this amazing opportunity. Kayshawn, same question to you. How would you pay this opportunity forward?
For me, I would pay it forward by, as I'm financially blessed, I would want to bless other women, as in you've opened up opportunities for us to start online businesses with the beauty supply, with the nails business. So I would want to gift some women to start their own business. You know, a lot of people, you know, when they get money or something, they want to go out and just feed people, give them clothes. Nothing's wrong with that, but I want to make a difference in your life, in your mind, help change something in your finances. So if I can help you get your business, that's how I would give back. Or I would want to give back to women by helping them go through the same thing, get coaching. You know, we need that coaching, and we need guidance. And that's where I'm at, where I don't know any more than I know, and I need help to get further in my business, and I need to pay to get that help, because I'm tired of treating my business as a hobby and trying to figure it out on my own. So coaching is where it's going to take me for where I'm trying to go. So I would want to gift that to women to help them get to the next level. They need that coaching too.
I'm just talking on mute. Thank you, Rose. There's two things required to build a great business. That's time and money. I don't care who you are. You got to spend time in your business, and you got to spend money on your business. So if selected for this grant, Rose, part one, what would you do to make sure that you're able to meet your financial commitment for this grant? And Vicki, you're going to be answering that same question. And then Chiquita, Dr. Cynthia, and Kayshawn, you guys are going to be answering the question of what would you do to meet the time commitment? Because see, it's got to be a balance. You see people invest in a business, but they don't spend no time on a business. I don't care what else is going on in your life. I've had to balance mom and man and children and job and all of that too. But I know if I don't do this now, guys, this is my last opportunity. I'm not going to have no more do-overs, and more time's not going to be added to the books. This is it. So, Rose, what would you do to be able to help balance your financial commitment?
Well, to help balance my financial commitment to coaching, I will always be enrolled in coaching, because it's the way to stay relevant. It's the way to keep your mind sharp, and it's the way to serve your clients in the community. how I would take the knowledge that I've gained in my business, the way that I run my business, and what my business serves to serve others. Now, it's one thing to show people for free, but there's nothing free. There's a commitment and a money engagement in everything you do, either on the front end or the back end, but there is a commitment. So therefore, by growing my community and showing them and enrolling them in the programs that I offer through the knowledge that I've gained, that will help me to balance and to continue to be able to meet my financial obligations.
Great answer, Rose. Vicky?
I know for me in real time, I mean like real time, I had to make a decision as to how bad did I really want it, and based on that, what was I willing to do? And so right now, I'm living sacrificially, and which means for me that means that I'm doing whatever it takes to make sure that my dreams are realized, to make sure, which means that if I see, financially, if I know that I need certain things for my business and, I may not see the money, then I'm always thinking of ways, what can I do? What do I have in my hand that I can create so that I can produce? Because money answers all things. And I know that I need to keep money constantly coming in. And so if it means that I have to sell sandwiches, if it means that I have to, go out and do some type of fundraiser, if it means that I have to cut back on my cable, if it means that, I may not be able to have this, telephone plan, or I maybe not give to my children as much as I normally would during this time, then that's what I'm willing to do, because I have to look futuristically, where before it was the here and now. But I'm realizing at my age that I cannot afford to live like that anymore. And so, for me, I have to make some sacrifices. I have to, do some mind set shifts in order, to get the goal.
Excellent answer, Vicky. And I can tell you from that answer, you're going to be very successful in this program, because I didn't get here but through a whole lot of sacrifice. And for everything I have, I can name up something I had to give up in order to get it. That next level is about your sacrifice. That next level is not about saying I can't afford. That next level is about going out and finding the resources. Somebody is spending money on something every day, whether it's food, desserts, daycare, senior care. Somebody is spending money on something every single day. Are they spending that money with you? Are they spending that money with you? And that's why this grant is a hand up and not a hand out. While it will cover the majority of your expenses, it doesn't cover everything, because that doesn't teach you anything.
Right.
That doesn't teach you what you need to do when the chips are down. If you need to be in, it's some business owners right now that need some lessons in how to run lean. They started their business when the economy was good, and now they don't know how to cut a cable bill or cut a phone bill, or go do something extra. They don't know how to do any of that.
Exactly. Absolutely. Some of them just need.
So, Chiquita, what would you do to make sure you have the time? And guys, if you're watching right now, if you're interested in getting your name in the hat for this over $1 million in grants that we're giving away, go to bit.ly/freewomen2020. That's another thing. Don't overthink it. Some of you guys have seen this broadcast multiple times, have yet to apply, gonna get fired from your jobs, and then be calling me talking about, Coach, is the grant program still open? Absolutely not. If you're here now, you need to put your application in now. bit.ly/freewomen2020. Keita, what would you do? Because I know you're busy running your business. You got a lot going on. But what would you do to be able to balance the time you need to make this program a priority?
Well, you know, Coach, time management is a big issue when you run a business because you are at home and you're controlling your time. And so I'm willing to, you know, if somebody calls, it's not about the business, don't answer the telephone. Don't expect for me to go in there and wash those dishes. Don't expect, I could be working right here and it has to be falling apart. It's about me building that business so that I can take care of my family. Mm-hmm. And so the time that you're trying to watch the stories, trying to watch TV, you're losing money. So the time that I'm using is going to be about producing and creating in other ways to build my business. And my family knows if I'm sitting at this computer, leave me alone. Don't bring the kids over and drop them. I love the grandkids, but I'm not Big Mama over here. I'm a business. So I'm willing to give up all of that, which I've been doing, sticking to a schedule and getting help, opening my mouth and saying, hey, y'all can cook some meals over there for the whole week and drop it off. And then we can feed Granny over here. Because I'm spending a lot of time in the kitchen, and in the kitchen is not making me money. On the phone is not making me money. Don't show up and sit over here and talk to me because I ain't got time to talk to you because you don't understand. So it's about being selfish. It's about being selfish for your family and your future that you got to let, because when you gone tomorrow, somebody else going to be cooking, somebody else going to be cleaning, things are going to still go on. So it's about me because you only got a certain amount of time left on this earth and things are getting bad and we got to get what we need now. We got to build that online business now. The whole world economy is changing right in front of our eyes. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
That time management issue is a big thing.
Great answer, Keita.
I would agree.
And you're absolutely right. If you don't manage your time will manage you.
Right.
And so many business owners are out there and they are not managing their time. Therefore, they're not making the money they need to really change their life. Until you change the way you manage your money, you can't change the way you manage your time. So same question, Cynthia. And guys, if you haven't gotten your name in the hat for over $1 million in grants that we're going to be giving away to help you build your business in partnership with the Free Women Project, go to bit.ly/freewomen2020. bit.ly/freewomen2020 and get your name in the hat today to qualify for one of these several grant giveaways that we're going to be giving away. So, Dr. Cynthia, same
Coach,
question.
I have to, what I would say is that I have to make room for my business, make room for me. I have to establish consistency and routine for my business, and schedule that time for my business, and make the business a priority and prioritize, and do that and take care of that priority prior to taking care of other things that are the priority. And also be able to say no to some things as opposed to always saying yes, and that yes requires my time, and find a way to work around some things.
Did we lose her?
Yeah, I think
so. Yeah.
That's okay. Kayshawn, same question.
For me.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Dr. Cynthia.
I'm sorry. There's been so many things that you've shown us in a way to take time, save time. So why am I running to the store when I can order that thing and have it delivered right to my door, which is going to free me up and free up some time to do things in my business. Get up early and work on my business and spend that time in my business before I spend my time doing other things. So consistency, prioritizing, and getting rid of the things that have taken away from my time that I don't need to do because there's another way around that thing. For example, like the grocery thing, just going ahead and ordering those things, having to to the door so I can free up that time that I'm spending in the store.
Very good. Like I said, you know, there's a difference between knowledge and wisdom. Knowledge is what you know, wisdom is what you know, and you do accordingly. So you have to apply those things you know. If you haven't gotten your name in the hat, guys, go to bit.ly/freewomen2020. Kayshawn, same question.
For me, right now, I was just telling someone yesterday, I spent the first 40 years of my life doing what others want and to please them and conforming myself to make them happy. And I'm like, not the next 40. I'm on my selfish trip right now. It's about self-care, self-bettering me. And it's about, if it don't make no money for me and if it don't make no sense, I don't have time for it. So that goes into all areas of life, such as, if we can order something and have it delivered and not be sitting in lines, that time can be used doing something else or just having that knowledge. I'm not a techie person. I've spent so many hours trying to build landing pages and websites and everything. I know that's not for me. And that I just need to pay somebody to take care of that. And it's like, I'm now doing what's best for me, my family, and me again. I'm selfish right now, and it's a good selfish, and it's a humbling selfish, and it's helping me get laser focused because now I look at other people, when they complain, when they talk about they're going to do something, I'm like, okay, well, it's been 2 weeks, 14 days, we at home, no job, no school. The hours are just passing and you still have not done nothing. This process is making me realize all the ineffective, useless time that I was doing stuff, like I had a family member where they wanted to watch Netflix or something, and I'm all like, you know what, that has to be my background music because I'm on my phone and my computer at the same time. And I was like, I can't stop. I am not about to stop doing this to go watch that because that's not going to make me no money. And it's not going to change our generations to come. So I got to stay busy. I'm laser focused. I'm sharp. 11. That way. I can't even imagine of where I'm getting ready to go with the help of you in this grant. You're freeing me. This grant is Free Women 2020. We have the opportunity to be free this year. My at-home job, because of this Corona stuff, let me go. I don't want to go back.
You still eating stuff?
I look at that as a blessing. They let my at-home job let me go. So I'm like, okay, this is my chance to dance away. And I'm doing everything I can so that I don't have to go back. But I will, to keep my business going, I will do it because it's about doing any and everything possible. Like Vicky was saying how if she got to make sandwiches, I was sitting up here about to start making disposable masks and stuff, jumping on the bandwagon just to get that money to build into my business. So I'm not ashamed, and I never will be ashamed to do anything for my family and to grow my business.
And you said so much, man, I don't even know if I can put some commentary on that. You said so many relevant things. Number one, this is your time. No one can save you when you miss your opportunity. If I get one more message from a woman who's lost a job, or one more message from a woman who doesn't have what they need right now, but when they had it, they didn't position it the way that it would come back to them. The best use of your stimulus is building a business. Because if you go out and just spend it to catch up on bills, then when that money runs out, where are you going to pay the rest of your bills? The best use of your stimulus is building a business so that money can continue to come in, regardless as to what your situation is. So my last question to the entire panel, and I'll start with you, Vicky. What, if anything, and guys, if you haven't gotten your application in for your share of over $1 million in grants to help you build your online business, what are you waiting for? bit.ly/freewomen2020. What, if anything, would stop you from completing this journey?
Death.
I agree.
I mean, death.
Nothing but death.
I mean, that's it.
You stole my answer.
Death. I'm so over stopping and going. I'm so over getting so far, and then I'm so over that. When you get to where I am, and I don't know, it might not even be an age thing. I don't know, but I know where I am in life, that I've wasted so much time. And I'm using the word wasted very loosely, because I thank God for every experience that I've gone through, because it has me where I am right now to be able to say death and really mean it. So when I say death, it would have to be death, because it doesn't matter what, and it could be some bad things that will happen. But if my mind stays right, and I know that I am Vicky, and I have my mental capacity, I can still be in purpose. I can still be in purpose. If God wakes me up, then it's an assignment that I have to complete. And so it would literally be death. I mean, I have no other answer. It would be death for me.
It's an age thing, it's a timing thing, it's a tired thing.
Cool.
At some point, you get sick and tired of being sick and tired. And you get to that point. One thing I want all women to know, if you're listening right now, and if you haven't gotten your application in, every time you pause, you have to start from a deadlift. If you know anything about lifting weights, a deadlift is when you have to lift the barbells all the way up off the floor, over your knees, over your waist, over your chest, and then over your head. So if you've already lifted your business to your waist, if at any point you stop for more than a day or two, see, people don't even get it twisted. A week is enough to make you have to go back to the drawing board, because there's this thing called the compound effect. And when you're not progressively working on your business every single day, take a week off if you want to, take 2 weeks off if you want to. When you go back to that thing, it's going to be like brand new. You're going to forget what you was already working on. You're going to forget where you were. You got to start over again. So trust and believe that every time you set your business down, you got to start back from scratch. You don't set your job. Let me tell you what I had to tell somebody yesterday. What you don't do at your job, you will not do in your business. If your boss talk to you crazy at your job, you will sit there and smile. But you get over here and you act like the least little thing a client say to you, run you hot. You will sit, I done seen you get talked to crazy at your job. I've done it. I done seen your boss ask you to do erradical and irrational shit at your job, and you've done it. Sure. So the same way I did that for the job, I do it over here for my clients. If I got to schedule 9 sessions for them to get it right, I'm going to schedule 9 sessions. If I got to go above and beyond for them to get it right, I'm going to go above and beyond for them to get it right. I'm not going to do less over here in my business than I did in somebody else's business. I refuse, and until you get to that point, you can't have this. Like Troy said, you got to shut up and take it over here and smile and be blessed that you got a business. Kayshawn, what, if anything, would keep you from completing this journey once you receive this grant?
I'm going to have to ditto Vicky, even though we all said it at the same time, but nothing but death. And I truly mean that, because no one or nothing is getting in my way. Like I said, I've always put everyone first. And I'm about to be real right here. That includes husband, mama, daddy, kids, sister, auntie, uncle, cousin, whoever else. None of y'all getting in my way this time. None of you. You gonna be on this train with me, or you gonna have to step aside. Period, point blank. 100. No one is stopping me this time. I am laser focused, dead set. I'm not going backwards. I'm moving forward, and I'm a new woman. And nothing is going to stop me. Nothing. And I say that aggressively as I do because I'm coming from a humble spirit. I prayed about it. I fasted about it. I've meditated about it. I'm not doing this in an arrogant, ignorant way. It's just it's all about me and my family and the things that I know that God has put in my heart that is best for me and my family. And nobody else's opinion doesn't matter. And so
let me tell you something. I talked to a lady yesterday and I said, well, what are you afraid of? She said, I've been wanting to do this for a long time, but I'm afraid. And I asked her, what are you afraid of? And she said, I'm afraid of what people are saying. And even the people that let me go at my job, when they see me out here building my business, what are they going to say? And the people that know me, what are they going to say? I said, okay. So let me tell you what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of hell is being broke. I'm afraid of not being able to honor the commitments I've made to my family. I'm afraid of not having generational wealth. I'm afraid of not being able to move to where God has asked me to move to. And I said, I'm most afraid of showing up on Judgment Day when I have to look him in the eye, when my name is in that book of life, and when he lists all the things, all the gifts he gave me, and when he lists all the opportunities he gave me, and when he lists all the things that assignments that he gave me, and when he say, child, why didn't you get this done? And I gotta come up with a reason as to why I didn't do what my God, man, and what I'm gonna tell him, because they was laughing at me, and because they was looking at me, and because I was afraid they was gonna talk, man, I wish I would show up like that. I said, it seemed to me, sis, you're not afraid of the right shit.
That part.
You gotta be afraid of the right shit. And because you wasn't afraid of the right shit, that's the main reason you ain't got no job right now and no business.
Absolutely.
You got to be afraid of the right thing. So some of y'all are sitting there right now afraid to put an application in. I talked to somebody this morning. I said, did you apply for your disaster recovery money? Well, I was afraid they would tell me no. I said, well, did you apply for your PPP? Well, I was afraid I was going to have to pay that back. I said, at what point do you look fear in the eye and say, hit the road, Jack? Because it don't make no sense for you to miss the opportunity to get thousands of dollars in possibly forgivable grants. But if they don't forgive it, all you got to do is pay it back at a 1% interest. 1%. It's nobody loaning money out like that right now.
And if you build in your business, you'll easily have the money to pay it back.
Baby, pay it back in one lump sum.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
That part.
Buy you a house with it and send payments every time they pay the rent.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And when them payments over with, you own that house. Come on now, y'all. We got to do better.
Got to shift.
Keita, what'll stop you, Keita?
Coach, like everybody else said, is death. But right now, that's the only thing that can stop me, because, you know, there's not much time. I've wasted a lot of time. I spent 37 years on a job building somebody else's dream. And so when I decided to move, I was like, no, y'all can't hold me anymore. I'm done. I'm scared of staying here in this job any longer. And when you get distracted, and when I was getting distracted, every time I closed my eyes and woke up, it was 5 years later. A little something said, you need to move, you need to get out of here. And I was like, oh yeah. Closed my eyes, it's 5 years later. So I was there for so many years. Nothing's gonna stop me because fear is pushing me in the right direction. Instead of scaring me not to do it, I have the fear that I'm gonna be the little old lady down the street in that house that's falling down and eating one can of tuna. I'm gonna be the one that have to go to a nursing home and nobody's gonna change my diaper because my family had to put me in that nursing home that didn't give me top care. You know, I'm afraid that I can't pay my little bills. I'm afraid that I'm gonna be the one that go to the pharmacy and they say, well, Miss Lindsay, your pills are gonna be $100. I'm gonna say, oh, can you give me 5? And they're not gonna have any symptom, give me 5. And I got to cut it in 4s and take it.
Ooh,
I'm
Jesus.
not going to be that one.
My.
And yeah, I have children, but you can't depend on the children. I need my own money. So I got to build this business where I have the physical and emotional strength, because we don't never know what's going to happen tomorrow.
I always ask women,
absolutely,
what would your 50-year-old, 60-year-old, 70-year-old self say to you about how you managing your time and how you making excuses about your gifts and how you not going out there and asking you know what I asked the crew last night? I said, how many of y'all are willing to message every single one of your connections on social media in order to make $1 million? If we did that, we would be unstoppable. Some of y'all will let your pride, you'll let your degrees, you'll let your education, you'll let a title, you'll let all these things get in your way. And if your ego ain't paying no bills, your ego needs to go have several seats.
Exactly.
Because what you don't want is to break your hip and not have the quality of care you need. What you don't want is to let this economic downturn swoop you away with it. That's right. You got people showing you the way. And that's why I was mad at y'all. Because I was like, you got somebody telling you every day to turn your paperwork in. What the hell wrong with you? How you just gonna sit up and miss blessings, miss opportunities because you can't get a couple of pieces of paper in order? And if you can't get them in order, pay somebody else to get them in order.
Right.
That's right.
Get them in order.
that part.
Dr. Cynthia, same question.
Same answer. I was that final calling of my life, because guess what? The final calling of my business. My business has been on life support. My business has needed to be resuscitated. My business needed to be shot, poof, clear, and come back to life. So the final call, because business is in final call mode. So, and I've been there before. And I don't want to return to that point. So you see businesses on life support and gasping for air and having all kind of diseases, as they say. And so many people have not applied for this opportunity. And I did take that stimulus check and build a business, take this opportunity and add this opportunity. You are selected along with that stimulus check to build that foundation and build that business. Because the truth of the matter is that for most people, the business is already on life support. So the business is in a final calling stage, and this is an opportunity for the business to be resuscitated. So the only thing that would stop you with all these opportunities that are now coming forward, the time, the freedom of time, as one person here has already said, you got nothing but time now and no excuses, because you've been freed up of your time. And if you haven't been freed up of your time, you better learn how to manage your time, which I'm speaking from the point of being guilty of that myself. So that's why I know it all so well. And these are so many opportunities, the opportunity that you're providing, Coach, for people to get that next lifeline, to be resuscitated. And so it would be the final calling. But the truth of the matter is that most businesses are already in a state of final calling. So it's just a matter of your choice.
I got one better than that. Most people's entire, I remember at one, but let me not talk about most people. Let me go on and just talk about myself. So when I talk about most people, people seem to think she picking on me. So let me just talk about myself. At one point, my financial state was on life support. All my bills needed resuscitation. My job was on life support. My career needed resuscitation. My mental well-being was on life support. My spirituality was on life support because I knew that God did not create me for lesser things.
Mhm.
And so then at that point, you either got to blame yourself or blame him. And it's very easy to blame the Lord. It's very hard to blame yourself. So some of y'all over there, like the little girl say, why God? This is ghetto. At the end of the day, she never said, why haven't I done something different? At the end of her conversation, she resolved it by saying, huh, well, let me get a smile on my face and go in here. She never put the ball back in her court.
Never.
God gives us free will. He don't make us take of his blessings. He says, there are your blessings. Go get them. And he's crystal clear in the Bible about the work necessary to go get them. He told you praying ain't enough. He told you wishing ain't enough. He said belief is not enough. He said you got to have knowledge and you got to take action. Rose, I already know what your answer is, baby. I ain't even gonna go there this morning.
Okay, I have several things. You know, I'm always doing extra. I always want my extra credit. For me, it's fear, it's decisions, it's debt. Fear that I will not, at this season in my life, get out the boat. If you want to walk on the water, you have to get out of the boat. Fear of not following through. Fear of not acting on what God has placed in me. Knowing that he's given me certain gifts and not making the decisions to take the action. Fear of death, death of a legacy, death of a dream. I have more years behind me than I do in front of me. So if I was to leave here today, what am I leaving for my daughter? Am I leaving a dead dream, a non-resuscitated dream, or am I leaving her a legacy that can continue to be built? As the guys on the panel said yesterday, I think it was Paul that said, he always wanted to be the most memorable in the panel, on the panel. If you leave a legacy for your family, your memories, your legacy, you will always be remembered. No, but death is certain. You can get every one of us are gonna face that. It ain't no way around that. I don't know one yet. If I find it out, I'll let y'all know. Death is certain, okay? But if you want to be remembered, just because you die in the physical does not mean you have to die in the spiritual. Leave a legacy for your family. You will always be remembered. And it's something else I want to say, because I know that there are some young folks, or well, younger than us, that are watching. And I know some of them say, you know, they're older ladies, you know, whatever. They're at a certain age, midlife, whatever. Listen to the wisdom from the panel that's up here, because we've walked some roads. We've fallen in a whole lot of holes. We've made a lot of mistakes. And we made the decision to get the wise counsel to move us forward in these latter years. If you use your younger years and build now, when you get to the middle years and the years where we are now, You be set for the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm.
Take heed, children. Take heed.
All right, guys. Well, you heard it from Rose. Guys, we're going to wrap up today. If you haven't gotten your application in for our over $1 million in grants that we're going to be giving away, bit.ly/freewomen2020. Don't miss your opportunity. Don't have to beat yourself up later. Don't live in regret. Don't have to get to them pearly gates having not completed your assignment. This is world work, guys.
Absolutely.
When I asked them yesterday, do you or do you not want to change the world? And you can't do it with your mouth closed. And you need resources to do that. All right, love